Hey yo, what's the deal? You know who it is. It's the Don, yeah. Tony Teflon, yeah. House Teflon, we pull the strings, yeah. What up, what up, what up? Hey yo, and I'm back at you. I know I said I wasn't gonna be back at you, but I am. So deal with it. Yeah. And I'm here, and so I got a lot of people. First, let me say 1998 champions. Finally said that name right. So what's up to you, girl? I have said your name wrong a couple of times. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I got that right now. Alright, we cool with that. Now, I have gotten a lot of videos. I asked to do a lot of videos. I know T, she asking me to go back to the prophecies, and Cass asking me to go back to a couple of other things, and I'm trying to do a couple of things here and there, so I don't know what to do, and it's a little late right now, so I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I'm up, so I might as well try to do something. So, since I had a lot of talk before, I heard a lot of talk recently about these horns, and obviously the horns are a major player in the Game of Thrones, and the next one's a Winter Book. Obviously, that's the sign on the book, on the cover, the mock cover they keep showing has the horn. So we're going to talk about the horns. We're going to every horn, and then I'll try to tell you who I think has the horn and why they have the horn and what the horn really does and everything else and stuff like that. So we're going to go into it. So the first horn we talk about is the horn of winter. So, since it's late and I didn't actually prepare anything, I'm just going to read a couple of things from the wiki, so just to get that out there, and then I'll give my thoughts on what it says here. So, the Horn of Winter, also known as the Horn of Jormont, is a legendary horn with magical properties. It is supposedly blown by Jormont, a wildling king beyond the wall. When he blew the horn, he woke the giants from the earth. Whether the giants mentioned are actually giants or something else is unknown. It is currently claimed that blowing the horn will destroy the wall. Mance Raider claims that to have found the horn of Jormont and a grave beneath, high up in the Frost Fangs. Alright, so we know why people want this horn. This horn supposedly will destroy the wall, bring the wall down. Mance Raider says that he has found this horn, alright, out there in the graves of the Frost Fangs. So, let's see what this horn does. Now, the history of the horn, obviously we said, the legend claims that Jormont blew the horn of winter to awaken giants from the earth, and fight off the Night's King. So we should remember that he awakened the giants from the earth and fight off the Night's King. Alright, so let's read to some events where we hear about the horn in the Storm of Swords. Mance Raider initially claims to have opened 50 graves in search of the horn, but failed to find it. However, Jon Snow returned to the wildling camp, and this time as a brother of the Night's Watch. Mance presented it and said this was the horn, telling Jon of his plans if the wildlings plan to fail to take the wall. When Jon asked why they haven't used the horn and why not just sound it and let it be done, it is Dyla who answers, "We free folk know things you kneelers have forgotten. Sometimes a short road is not the safest, Jon Snow. The Horn Lady once said that sorcery is a sword without the hilt, and no one was safe to grasp it." I should have did a voice for you there or something. Alright, so that's what she says. So Jon's just like, "Hey yo, Jody, why didn't you blow it then? If it does what you claiming to do, why don't you do it?" So she comes up with this thing, "Oh, you guys, we know stuff you don't know. This horn of winter, this short road is not always the safest." So Jon is just like basically saying, "Listen, why go through all this fighting? You say you can blow the horn down. Why don't you just blow it down right now?" And she's like, "Oh, well, let's kill some people because the short road is not the safest, and this sorcery is an open help." It's kind of like she's making an excuse not to do it, right? So is the horn real? She's making an excuse. She's trying to call her bluff right there. She doesn't say anything, right? The talking attempt returns to the others, and Mance remarks if he sounded the horn of winter that the wall will fall, or the song says that. And then Dalialis speaks again. She said, "But once the wall is fallen, what will stop the others?" So that's what she said. So by that, you're hearing them saying that the horn will fall. She's saying once the wall is fallen, what will stop the others? Which will lead you to believe that he believes that the wall, it will knock the wall down, the horn. But we know by evidence it's not supposed to knock the wall down. It's supposed to awaken giants, right, from earth. So, someone's got their stuff twisted. Or do they have it twisted? We shall see. Alright. Now, man's plan to offer the horn in exchange for letting his people pass through the Night's Watch wall and refused Thomas Giant's Bane to sound the horn 3 days hence. But Stannis Baratheon, the king, the real king, the greatest person in this whole thing, arrives. And he puts more fucking end to that plan. Quick! Alright, the last time you hear about the horns in the Dance with Dragons, and that's by Melisandre. And she's supposed to have burned the horn. And when she burns the horn, it goes up in all these things. And it says like that. I'll use voice for you here. She burned that big fine horn, a bloody sin I call it. 1,000 years old that was. We found it in the giant's grave, and no man has ever seen a horn so big. That must have been why Mance got the notion to tell you it was Jormont's. He wanted you crows to think it had the power to blow your bloody wall down to your knees. But we found that the horn was not true for our digging. If we had, every kneeler in the 7 kingdoms would have had a chunk of cold ice and summer wine. So obviously right here we see that Giant's Tormundbane is saying that this horn is not the real horn of winter. Alright? And if it was, they would have blew the wall down, just like Jon asked them to blow the wall down. So I guess the 2 questions we have to ask ourselves about this horn then is, if that's not the real horn, and I'm going to tell you that it's not the real horn, what does this horn do? Alright? Because it has 2 different claims here. One claim is that it awakens giants, and one claims it's that it blows down the wall. Alright? Now I think that sometimes when we do this Game of Thrones thing, that we overthink things so much, and sometimes just, it passes us right by. That's just my opinion. And I think I have a couple of times on this, and I think this time I did, but it's not, and I shouldn't have, and it was really right before my face the whole time. The answer that I think what this horn is. Now I think the horn that they found, that Mance did found that big horn. If you listen to the description of the horn, it sounds an awful lot like the other horn that I would have to get to later, the second horn, and that's Dragon's Binder. Same length in it. So, but sounds just like it when you just listen to the descriptions. But so I'm going to give you evidence why I don't think that was the horn. Now the horn, I believe, was exactly the horn that Ghost found. Alright? That's what I think. That old war horn, I believe that is the real horn of Jormont. And I think that the number one reason why I would think it was the horn of Jormont, is because it was wrapped with dragon glass. And I think the fact it was wrapped with dragon glass was used to keep away the others and stuff like that. So that's why I feel that what the horn is. Alright, so that's why I think the other horn was fake that she burnt and stuff. But I think she burnt a dragon binding horn. Alright, that's what I think she really burnt. And I think that other horn is the one that Ghost found and stuff like that. And now I'm going to tell you exactly what I think this horn does. Now, you get 2 things that it says it does, right? It brings down the wall and it awakens giants. And I think it does both things. And I think you have to go back to look exactly to how the wall was built. Alright? When you look and they say the wall was built, right? Bran the Builder used giants to build the wall. That's what it says, right? So that's what we know. He used giants to build the wall. Now that sounds like he used giants to build the wall. Giant labor to build the wall. You know what I mean? They helped put the stones and things like that. But maybe it could mean that the giants are in the wall itself. It froze them up. Maybe when he was helping build and somehow it cast a spell and the giants were holding the bricks and they're underneath trapped in the wall. So it would do both things. It would awaken the giants and therefore would bring the wall down because they're in the wall. And that's what I think the Horn of Gerard means. And I think if you go back and you look, I think you'd find the same thing. But that's my opinion on that video. So since it's real late, and this is, I know, a very short video. I'm so sorry that it's short and stuff like that. But it's dumb late, and I gotta get up early and stuff like that. But that's my opinion on the Horn of Gerard, the Horn of Winter. Next horn we'll do is Dragon Binder, and I'll try to throw a couple more since it's so quick. I'll do like 2, 3 of them, just throw it right in there and stuff like that. I just like to say, yo, I got 500 subscribers. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching and stuff like that. Thank you for recommending me to your friends and stuff like that. As I said before, I have a project that I've been working on since last year. It's just about to get done right now. I did it with a celebrity. And what I'm going to do is, I said that I give one copy. I'm going to give something away, a copy of it, with to the person who's my 200 subscriber, because I know who that was, so I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do is, when it gets announced, it'll be by my real name, alright? Not obviously Teflon's not my last name, but my real name. And it should be in the news. It should be covered in the news. Anywhere in the world, you should be able to see it, alright? And when it gets announced, if you comment when it gets announced that you figured out what this is, that I'm doing, what I did, and what it is, I will send you an autographed copy by me and the celebrity. I will send the first 5 people who get it right when it comes out. So it's not out now. Probably in about, say, the longest would be a month from now. You know what I mean? So when it gets a little closer, I'll announce it again. That look for it in the news, but it'll definitely be in the news and stuff like that. And I'll give you one hint about it. Look for it in what news media to look for it. It should cross over, but look for it more in the sports news media. All right. So you don't comment on it. Don't put nothing down in the comments about it right now. Wait. And then when you do, I will send out. I'll do 5 people. Why not? I'll do the first 5 cats. I will get an autographed copy of this thing, whatever it is. Could be anything. It could be a George Foreman grill. You never know what it is. A Tony Teflon grill. Could be anything. But whatever it is, I'll get it signed by me and signed by a celebrity, and I'll give it out. But the person who was my 200 subscriber, you definitely get one, no doubt, free right off the bat. Everything's free, you know what I mean? I'm just giving this stuff away, so... and all that. So that would be I can do that for you, and this for helping me out and being a part of this, and how, you know, this is, like I said, this is the only time, in all honesty, in my whole life, in my regular life and stuff, that I actually get to talk about Game of Thrones and stuff like that. So so I'm happy to do that and stuff like that. I wish I could just answer a question for somebody or something. Anyone asked me a question recently that I could just answer, throwing on it. It's just so short before I pack it in. Let me check real quick if you guys got a second. I'm going to see if there's one question quick that's there that I could just answer for somebody. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm almost there. I'm sorry, you. I'm sorry. I'm there. Alright, let's see. That's from LaDonna Sargent. Thank you. She was very kind to put those comments on my page. Let's see. I'm trying to find something. A lot of positive stand. Alright, let's just do this. Hey Don, I think your pink letter interpretation was brilliant, and I agree with a lot, but I was wondering if you saw Preston Jacobs' page about the pink letter. It's 3 parts long and it's really good. Not too long. If you have seen it, I'd love to know what you think. If not, you can type it in Jacobs' pink letter on YouTube. I think you really enjoy it. Alright, I'm going to do that. I have not seen it, but I'll do that. But I have heard about this guy because someone else had commented about it, and they told me that basically what he's saying is that Mance wrote the pink letter. I think I said this in the video before, but I'll say this one time again. The only reason why I could say that Mance wrote the letter is because it uses the word crow. Alright? I don't know any other people that ever call people crow but them. But I know that Stannis knows that they call him crow. So I know that it's plausible that Stannis would put that in there. 2, I just don't see the time that Mance Rayder would have to write that letter. You got to think about it. The Spearwives are getting hunted down. Everyone's getting killed. When is he going to have time to watch Roose Bolton, Ramsay Bolton, everyone's going around looking to find out. They know the Spearwives are in, they know Abel's in it, so now they're looking for him. When's he going to find the time, doing all that commotion, to sit down, write this letter? After he wrote the letter, find the Raven, send it out, and not get captured or anything else. I just don't see the time there. Alright, so that's mine. Sorry if that's my theory on that. Alright, I gotta go, so please subscribe, like, comment, one up, like, put it on your Twitter, tell your friends about me, because you know I'm just, please, I appreciate it. And as always, I'll be back at you with the Mountain and the Hound. That's will be the next video and all that. So as always, it's the Don, Tony Teflon, House Teflon. We pull the strings. Peace. The people's champ. Chairman of the board, baby.